talking about the upcoming State Central Committee
The one
meeting?
that you mentioned.
That was the presidential caucus years ago that I participated in. That's what I was referring to
Okay,
specifically.
how did that go? Who funded that?
The
And how
party
much?
funded it.
Huh?
The party funded
The
it,
party funded
and I don't remember how much it cost.
Okay, for what reason did they have to fund it?
Well,
To buy
because
them
someone has
food
to
and
fund.
drink?
No. It was to organize, to count the votes accurately, to make sure they were counted in a fair and accurate way.
Excuse me,
Yes.
I didn't graduate high school, I can count.
I understand that, but we want to make sure it was done in a fair way, sir. That was what that was about.
A
But-
fair way for counting Democratic votes?
That's
For the
correct.
Democratic Party?
That's correct. You had about 5 or 6 presidential candidates at the time who were very interested in making sure that the vote was counted correctly. We had to hire an independent CPA firm to do that. That was one expense. Another one was making sure that we got out the word and had plenty of opportunity for people to exercise their right to vote. It was expensive.
Excuse me, did the Republican Party have to hire somebody to count the votes?
Republicans that year didn't, I don't believe, had a caucus in New
They
Mexico.
had George Bush running again, they didn't have to have a primary.
They didn't need to do that at that time. Any other questions about, yes, all the way in the back?
Sorry, my back hurts from sitting down. I have 2 things for you. One, I was a witness and a volunteer to what happened this year with the Democratic Party and people calling in for signs, or the Democratic Party not coming down to the last week of elections and saying, oh, New Mexico's in trouble. Here comes DC, and here comes the state chair to help you out on the last week. And then you never saw them again, you never heard from them. What are you going to do to ensure that the Democratic Party gets their party voted in, the volunteers get what they need, and the voters are listened to, and elected officials are held accountable, is the first thing. And then, the second thing is, can you give me 3 words that describe you?
Well, let's start with that one because it's
No explanation, just 3 words. Nervy.
Can I, just 3 words?
Just 3.
Family. By the way, I have a wonderful wife of 22 years and 3 great children. One who, by the way, is the USA National Player of the Year in baseball. So family. Number 2, passionate. I know that everybody may want me to say Democrat, but I don't know that that's necessary. Hardworking. Okay, so that's I think what I'm about. So the other thing you just asked about, voters and volunteers, and we absolutely have to have a state party working with the county parties to get them all the resources. If we're a state party and we're in an election, and someone calls up a month and a half in advance and says, I want to volunteer, then that name and that phone number better be taken down and better be responded to as soon as possible with what we can get them their help to do. Whether or not that is holding up signs on a street corner or putting signs in the ground. Whether it means making telephone calls, whether or not it means stuffing envelopes. But we never, ever turn away someone who wants to help. That is the worst thing we can do as a party because they'll never ask again. They'll never come back again if you just say we don't need your help. I think that I've heard a lot that that's happened. It's sad to hear that, but at the same time, I think it's a mindset and a culture at the state party that needs to change. That we are there for Democrats and we are there to help Democrats get elected and get out and help other people get elected. And we haven't done that very well.
So you will come down and help me stuff envelopes?
Well, as a state chair, I will do anything to get. But if it's stuffing envelopes, I'm happy to do that. If it means staying on the phone and raising money, I'm also happy to do that because I know this stuff, unfortunately, is run on money. Yes, sir.